The nuclear weapons disposal facility on Shadow Moses Island in Alaska's Fox Archipelago was attacked and captured by Next Generation Special Forces, being led by members of Foxhound. They're demanding that the government turn over the remains of Big Boss, and they say that if their demands are not met within 24 hours, they'll launch a nuclear weapon. You'll have two mission objectives. First, you're to rescue DARPA Chief Donald Anderson and the president of Armstech, Kenneth Baker. Both are being held as hostages. Secondly, you're to investigate whether or not the terrorists have the ability to make a nuclear strike and stop them if they do.
What's the insertion method?
We'll approach the disposal facility by sub.
And then?
We'll launch a one-man SDV. After the SDV gets as close as it can, dispose of it. From there on, you'll have to swim.
Alrighty. Let's see what we got here. Damn. Alrighty. Previous operations. Metal Gear or Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. Games on here? No file, okay. So I'd have to start a new game. Radar off. Let's see normal. Haven't played this game in a while. Alrighty. Paul Otis. George Byrne. Doug Stowe.
Stay alert. He'll be through here. I know it.
Chuck Farr.
I'm going to swat down a couple of bothersome flies.
All fake names because this wasn't unionized. Is it supposed to be James Flinders? Is that a... Fuck, I can't remember his name.
This is Snake. Colonel, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. What's the situation, Snake?
Looks like the elevator in the back is the only way up.
Just as I expected. You'll have to
I'll
take the
stop talking
elevator to
of,
the surface. But make sure
Twin
nobody
Snakes,
sees
but I have
you.
no easy way
If
to
you
play
need
that.
to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85. When you want to use the codec, push the select button. When we need to contact you,
Hear that noise? Press select button. Codec's receiver directly stimulates the small buttons in your ear. Got it. Crap, I forgot there's... Hold on, is there analog control? Controller settings. Switch to analog mode. See if that'll work. Yeah, there we go. Oh, let me get a ration. Go back into the water here, there's a ration. Also, wasn't designed to swim, so he just kind of walks. on. Gonna. Gonna go advertise my stream real quick. All right. Water leaves tracks. There's some rats running up there. Let's see where you can go. Square grabs, circle punches, X up and down, get down, go this way. Oh, he's coming. Hold on. So all we're doing, waiting for this to come in.
Snake, there's an elevator there you can take up to the ground. You'll just have to wait for the elevator to come down. You better hide somewhere.
And of course, you could like run around and wait for everybody, or you can just go up here. Grab a ration. And just wait and wait and wait. Anybody coming? Oh, there's another ration up there. Oh shit, hold on. Out of the way there. Because I think they can see you. Oh, there we go. Now, if I remember correctly, you have to dodge over here real quick. Because I think both him looking there and I think once he gets out of the elevator, he looks around. Yeah. So once he leaves... Oh, wait. Alright, there we go. And we're done. Didn't even have to talk to anybody. Magician Call. Ojima. Or if this upcoming codec is the one where they talk about the cigarettes.
It's Snake. I'm in front of the disposal facility.
Excellent, Snake. Age hasn't slowed you down one bit.
How's that sneaking suit working out?
I'm nice and dry, but it's a little hard to move.
Bear with it. It's designed to prevent hypothermia. This is Alaska, you know.
Take it easy, I'm grateful. If it weren't for your suit and your shot, I would have turned into a popsicle out there.
An anti-freezing peptide, Snake. All of the genome soldiers in this exercise are using it.
I see. I'm relieved to hear that. Already tested, huh? By the way, how's the diversionary operation going?
2 F-16s just took off from Galena and are headed your way. The terrorist radar should have already picked them up.
Behind D.
Cam Clark.
Colonel. What's a Russian gunship doing here?
I have no idea, but it looks like our little diversion got their attention. Now's your best chance to slip in unnoticed. There are only 18 hours left until their deadline. You've got to hurry.
Wow, you must be crazy to fly behind in this
I
kind of weather.
love the accents in this.
Oh,
They
sorry.
are absolutely terrible.
I haven't introduced you to yet. This is Mei Ling. She was assigned to us as our visual and data processing specialist. She designed your codec, as well as your Soliton radar system. Contact her if you have any questions about either of them.
Nice to meet you, Snake. It's an honor to speak to a living legend like yourself.
It's nice to meet you, Snake.
What's wrong?
Nothing. I just didn't expect a world-class designer of military technology to be so cute.
You're just flattering me.
No, I'm serious. Well, I know I
I
won't
never
be bored for
understood,
the next
like,
18 hours.
how this
Come on.
worked. Like,
I can't believe I'm being hit on by the famous solid
how do
Snake.
they see each other? Because this
But,
is like
I'm
just
surprised.
communication in between
You're
like
very
the
frank for a trained killer.
little bones in
Looks
the
like we
ear.
both have a lot to learn
So-
about each other.
Yeah.
Like, does he have like a
I'm
wrist
looking
thing
forward
that
to
he can
learning
like see
about
the other
man
person
behind
in
the
or
legend.
something?
But
I-
first, let me explain about your Soliton radar system.
Yeah, and I never got that.
The bright dot in the middle is you.
Okay, it's just tutorial. I don't need this.
Snake, your radar isn't affected by the weather, but if you're discovered by an enemy, you won't be able to use it.
Yes, it gets jammed easily, I'm afraid.
Yes, it's all made from currently existing technology. You won't be able to use it in an area with strong harmonic resonance, so be careful.
We'll be monitoring your movements by radar, so contact us by codec anytime you want.
Got it. I'll call if I'm feeling lonely.
Seriously, Snake, we're here to back you up, so call if you need some information or advice. I'm also in charge of your mission data. Contact me if you want me to record your current status. My frequency is 140.96. It's a dedicated frequency for saving data. Don't forget it.
Remember, except for your binoculars, you're naked. You need to arm yourself with whatever weapons you can
I don't
find.
like it.
I remember. First, I'm strip searched by Dr. Naomi here, and then all my weapons are taken away. Imagine yourself put in that position.
Well, if you make it back in one piece, maybe I'll let you do a strip search on me.
I'll hold you to that, Doctor. By the way, sorry to disappoint you, but I did manage to smuggle out my smokes.
Something,
How
something.
did you do that?
You die
In my
later.
stomach. Thanks to the shot you gave me that suppressed my stomach acids.
Cigarettes? How are those going to help you?
You never know.
You never know. I never use cigarettes in this. What you looking at, Snake?
If you want to get in, there's the front door. It's the fastest way, but there's too much risk of being spotted by the enemy.
I can't just knock on the door and ask them to let me in. There's one sentry on the left and one on the right. They're armed with 5.56ers and pineapples.
What about the air duct near the door?
Well, there's two air ducts.
There should also be a duct on the second floor.
I always use the upper one.
I can't see it from here.
It's right there.
I'll let you decide the best COA.
Course faction.
I'm counting on you, Snake.
And then fades in. Alrighty. Ration. Don't want to be there. Alrighty, they try to bait you with that, with those shaft grenades in the middle. Don't fall for it. But can go over here. There is, you can notice the camera right here.
Surveillance camera?
Go over here. Where's the truck? There it is. Go in here. Here's my SOCOM. I think. Is it this game or is it another game? Yeah, it was another game. Oh, soldier over there. Oh yeah, there's no... We forgot, there's no reason for a M9 or anything, because... I think he's constantly asleep. Oh shit. Da-da. Nope. See you guys. Already got caught. I think if I go in here, I enter a cutscene. And I think that gets rid of my alert phase. Yep, there we go. Only got shot a little. Great game. I'm not a fan of some of the mechanics.
Snake, when you enter a narrow space, you'll automatically go into intrusion mode. Press up on the directional button to go forward, and down to retreat backwards. You can also press right or left to face either direction. Advance while hiding yourself. Pay attention to the...
Alright. Well. Go there.
Snake, this is
McDonald
McDonald Miller. It's been a long time.
Master, what are you doing here?
I quit being a drill instructor, so I moved out here for some peace and quiet. I'm in retirement, just like you.
Once in a while, I still help
Cause you
train
hear on
the
the dog
Alaskan
milk.
Scouts.
Passing on the skills to a new generation, huh?
Campbell told me about the situation here. I thought I might be of some use.
There's no one I'd rather have in a foxhole than you.
Well, I know lots about survival in a harsh environment. I've lived in Alaska longer than you. So call me if you have any questions about the flora or fauna out here.
I'm
My
inside a
frequency
building.
is 141.80. Those mice are Alaskan field mice. Don't worry, they can't hurt you. Wild field mice don't have a thick layer of fat, but they can still survive the bitter winters here without hibernating. They dig tunnels under the snow. That's where they stay warm.
Survival specialists, huh? I should learn from them.
But there's a dark side too. Sometimes the males will kill and eat offspring that's not their own.
To ensure the survival of their own genes, right?
Genes.
Pretty
First mention of
brilliant
genes in
program,
this
huh?
whole
If
thing.
there are mice, that means there must be an exit somewhere. Follow the mice.
Follow the mice. God. Boop, 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 boop. No, not there yet. Alrighty, pausing just for a second.
Yo. No. Well, actually, yes. It's just delayed. I have the stream on, yes. It's coming through my headphones. Okay, how about now? Hello? Nope.
Alright, cool.
But I also can't hear anything from the stream.
I mean, it's Metal Gear. Like, do you need to hear it?
I guess not.
I mean, like, I could do this. I could do a screen share. Frame 1, frame rate, share. Just do this. Like, see if I can. Oh shit. You got me caught.
Get him.
Oh shit, I'm out of bullets. Oh shit, I have rations on. I'm gonna die. Hold on, let's see.
That is the Solid Snake Run. Just died.
Snake, answer me. Snake! Snake!
Alright, you should be able to see that, right?
Yeah, I can see it. It looks like it's a little delayed on.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a little delayed, but... Let's see. Alright. Get up from here. So what's going on with you?
Not much, man. No, I had been just finished install some stuff, so I could start editing the video.
Cool.
Pause it back.
Your Instruments of Fandom?
Yep. Episode 3. Done. So what caused you to
I need to get used to streaming to some degree, and I figure if I just play a game and chat with people, then I can go ahead and do that.
Right on.
So these things make loud noises, so if you walk on them, people below can hear you. As you probably noticed on Twitter earlier, I got some Metal Gear books,
Yeah, I saw.
and I've been tweeting out like just basically design documents from those games. What's that? Thumb goggles. Yay. What's up?
Sorry.
Therm G. Everything's red. Some rations. Okay, so I actually don't need to be up here. Where do I need to be? It's been so long since I played this.
Yeah, I need to play this version. Play Twin. Wait.
I have Twin Snakes, but like there's no easy way to play it. Cause it's like you play it on the GameCube or you play it on the Wii.
Yeah. Well, I have a game for it. If you want to play it, just come on over.
Okay, I really. There we go. I'll just hide you. Just gonna die again. I swear I'm good at this game.
You're incredible, especially for somebody who's such an expert.
Yeah. I'm trying to use the analog stick, but like the dead zone on the analog stick is fucking ridiculous. Like here, like just watch like the delay. Like here, I'll press left.
Oh God, that's awful.
Like it's not much better on like the D-pad, but like it's better than the analog stick. And this guy's gonna walk this way, so I need to go between them. And
Like,
press
you
this
have that
multiple
kind of
times.
delay
And the
for
elevator.
use,
What's up?
You have that kind of delay if you use keyboard?
I'm playing on a PS3.
Oh.
Yeah, this isn't a.
So you're doing it through like a capture.
Yeah. Dude, okay, so that's something I'll talk about. The fucking capture to get the PS3 working, which is what I'm going off of, has been a fucking ordeal.
Yeah, you mentioned that that you were like having a difficulty getting like the bit rate.
So the problem I was getting is that I couldn't get capture at all for PS3. Like I basically had to do a pass through, and that took multiple steps because I had to buy multiple HDMI things. What do you want?
Look at the radar. It's picking up the DARPA chief. He's the green dot.
Hurry and rescue
Hurry
him.
and rescue him.
I love the accents in this. They get rid of them later, but okay. So can't go in there. But
By the way, on the screen.
what's? Oh yeah, sorry.
Discord.
Yeah, no. Okay, so basically how I have it worked out is
Like 2 or 3 seconds, so by the time you've done something.
there's the DARPA chief.
Chilling.
So I have it through an HDMI splitter, which I kept reading online. You need an HDMI splitter. It's like, okay, I'll go ahead and get that. And then it's like, none of the tutorials really said what kind of HDMI splitter. So I got a standard one, which is like 4:1, like 4 HDMI signals into one. Turns out you need the opposite, where you have a split signal into 2 separate signals. So
You got 4 inputs for 1 output.
yeah, which I needed one input to two outputs.
It's kind of weird that like multi-way is.
Yeah, so I set that up yesterday, and I was messing around with it,
Boy, oh boy, that woman.
and like it just, even though I had the right splitter that time, it just didn't work. And like it was driving me crazy because I was doing like all these different steps trying to figure out how to like get it to like go to the right direction. Turns out, one, I had it in the wrong output in my capture device. Like I literally had the HDMI cable in the wrong hole. And two, well, there really is no two. I was just stupid. Like I had it in the wrong hole, but then it didn't work after that. And like it was driving me crazy because like it should work now. I've followed every step. And then it just started working. I don't know why it started working, but it just started working. Who's down here? It's just a desk.
Or like a gift horse.
So yeah, it works now. And what's funny is, because it's a PS3, I can technically play every mainline Metal Gear game on this system.
Yep.
Because they have Metal Gear Solid 1 on you know, PlayStation. You can play PlayStation games on here.
I have 2 and 3 on Peace.
Yeah, they have 2, 3, and Peace Walker on the HD Collection, which on HD Collection on MGS3 they have Metal Gear 1 and 2 for the MSX on there.
Yep.
Of course, you have my copy of Metal Gear Rising for the PS3.
True. I think. Did you get? Did I give you back 4? I have a copy of it, but I think.
I might have it. I have to look around. But yes, I do have a copy of 4, and that's like the only game that's only for the PS4.
And then of course there's. There you go.
Yeah, Metal Gear Solid 5, and yeah, I have both Ground Zeroes and Phantom Pain for PS3. But if we do eventually get to those games, which I don't know how long I'm going to be, I'm definitely not doing that today for fucking sure.
Is that a woman?
But
Not him.
if I continue to do these kinds of streams, if I get to that point, which by the way, you can leave the vent and come back to where Meryl is here, and she'll be doing a different exercise. Then you leave and come back again. She'll be doing a third exercise. Then you leave and come back, and she won't have her pants on.
There's a code in the game.
Yeah. Which
Wait,
I'm not going to do all that because that takes like 10 minutes,
Yeah.
and I'm not going through all that.
So if you do get to Grand Zeroes and Pain, do you have them on PS4?
I have the PS3 version, the PS4 version. I have it on PC.
Okay.
I'm probably going to end up doing the PC version because like needs mods.
Do that.
All right.
Definitely avoid the PS.
PS3 version is good, but it's like not great.
I got Ground Zeroes for free, and it was surprisingly passable, but like it's definitely like the least
Yeah.
the least performant. Period. You can have a good time with it, but if you already have.
I'm here to save you. You're the DARPA chief, Donald Anderson.
Yeah.
Right?
You're here to save me, huh? What's your outfit?
Go for it.
I'm the pawn they sent here to save your worthless butt.
Really? It's true. You don't look like one of them. In that case, hurry up and get me out of here.
Slow down. Don't worry. First, I want some information about the terrorists.
The terrorists?
Do they really have the ability to launch a nuke?
What are you talking about?
The terrorists are threatening the White House. They say if they don't accede to their demands, they'll launch a nuclear weapon.
Sweet Jesus.
What's up?
Is it possible?
It's possible. They could launch a nuke.
How do they plan to launch? I thought this place was just for keeping the dismantled warheads.
What's going on?
They shouldn't have access to a missile.
What I'm about to tell you is
Vin was
classified information.
looking at
Okay,
PS4, so it's like $8.
we're conducting exercises with a new type of experimental
$7.
weapon. A weapon that will change the world.
Looking at PS4 what?
What?
A weapon with the ability to
He was
launch a
looking at
nuclear
Final
attack
Fantasy
from any
VII, I
place on the face of the earth. A nuclear-equipped walking...
Okay, so it's like $7.
It's $8.
Hmm.
$7.99.
Mm-hmm.
Very weird.
I mean, I think it's on PC now too. Oh, there's the first time he ever says Metal Gear.
It was on PC back when it launched.
Metal Gear is one of the most...
But I think it's on like Steam now too.
Yeah, probably.
How did you know that?
Metal
I've had a
Gear.
couple of run-ins in the past. So that's the reason you were here at this disposal site?
Yeah, this is gonna
Why
be.
else would I come to a...
Most of these streams are just gonna be me doing impressions of different characters.
I had heard the Metal Gear project was scrapped.
Metal Gear.
Surpass Boogie.
On the contrary. It's grown...
Of course, you have the classic David Hayter, and you have the Captain Clark impression.
We were going to use this exercise as raw data and then proceed to mass production.
The real question is, let's hear your vamping.
Hear my what?
Vamping.
If it hadn't been for the revolution...
My vamp impression.
Revolution.
You too, immortal.
Rex has fallen into the hands of terrorists.
Rex.
Metal Gear Rex. The code name for the new Metal Gear prototype. They're probably already finished arming the warhead they plan to use with Rex.
I need to figure
These guys are pros. They're all...
And Farrell, what? Sorry, you're cutting out like every other second.
Oh, am I?
Hey,
Shit, that's not good.
shut up in there, will ya?
You need to figure out your what?
I said I need to figure out some games, too.
Games 2?
Games to stream too. I don't know
Okay.
what's going on with my mic.
But I thought that all nuclear war...
It might be my internet, I don't know.
Safety measures. Some
That's
kind of
possible.
detonation code that you have to input.
This cutscene's pretty good in the Twin Snakes version because instead of like stepping out of the way, he jumps up onto the wall like a spider.
Passwords in order to launch the device.
There are two
The
passwords.
cutscenes in Twin Snakes are generally just better because they're
And I
stupider.
know one. Baker, the president of Arms Tech.
That's right.
Not to mention they have
Each of
those
us needs to input our password,
GameCube
or there
era
can be no launch.
realistically rendered graphics
But-
where everything looks like it's made out of plastic.
They found
Yeah.
my password.
And a lot of jet noises. Like every time they make like a quick movement, it's like accompanied by like a jet flying noise.
One of the members of Foxhound.
It had all that
Psychic
ghosting,
powers.
like every time they
This
move,
is bad.
Yeah.
just like in MGS2. Oh, I
It's
hated
just
that.
a matter of time before they get Baker's too.
She has a tattoo of the original Foxhound
They
logo
find
from
out
the
Baker's
NSX.
password.
It's a pink tattoo though.
Yes, they'll be able to launch a nuke anytime.
I think I'm gonna try
But
to stream.
there is a way to stop the
I would
launch.
have to download them.
What?
though.
You cut out when you were gonna say what you're gonna stream.
Designed by
Oh,
Arms,
I
the
hadn't
system
said them yet.
developers as an
I
emergency
I
override.
figured I'll try
Even
my
without the
favorite
passwords,
PlayStation
you can
games.
just
I would have
assert
to,
the
like,
card
crack
keys
them, though.
and engage
Like
the
Mega
safety
Man
lock.
Legends series.
And if I do that,
Yes, you can stop
Yeah.
the launch.
Love those games.
I mean, do you have the original
so
copies on
where are the
PlayStation?
keys?
I have the original
Baker should have
copies
them.
of the Mega Man Legends, Mega Man Legends 2,
You need
and the
3
Mission
card
Adventures
keys.
of Tron Bomb.
There are 3 different
Okay.
I do
systems
not
to
have
put them
copies
in.
of Tom
You
Bomb
need to insert a card
because I
into each one.
rented them back in the day. none of
Okay.
them.
3
Yeah, I
card
can
keys.
get them working for you pretty quickly.
Oh yeah, I
You
can,
know where they might be
We'll
keeping
talk about it
Baker.
off stream.
I can,
Somewhere in the second
I can
floor
do what
basement.
must be done.
Second floor basement.
Do what must
I
be
heard
done
the
to save
guards
the
say they
world.
moved him to an area
I
that
mean,
had a
technically,
lot
I
of
have
electronic
bought them
jamming.
because I have them on my Vita.
Any other clues?
Yes,
I
they
assume
cemented
that
over the
counts.
entrances, but didn't have enough time.
I
to
mean,
paint
can you
them.
stream your Vita?
Why don't you look for the areas where the walls are a different color?
If I'm willing to spend like a lot of money to buy a hacked
Here,
one.
take
That's
this.
you could just
It's
look
my
up like
ID.
the tutorial on how to
Any
hack your
level
own.
1 security door.
Yeah.
It's called
I
But
don't
you-
want
you-
to though because I
It works
might
together
break
with your
it.
body's
and,
own electrical.
like I love my Vita, I'm not buying it.
Personal area
Yeah.
network, huh?
Worth it.
It transmits data using the salts in your body as the transmission medium. As you approach the door's security devices, they'll read the data stored in the card.
And the doors will open automatically. Gotcha.
Personal philosophy is if the game does not
Okay,
exist in
I'm
ways
gonna get you out of here.
Wait a
that it
minute.
is morally
What is it?
gout.
I only heard like half of
Heard
that.
any other way to disarm the PAL, have
Sorry,
you?
I said
From your bosses
my
or anyone?
philosophy is that
No.
if the game is not available
Are you
in a
sure you
legal
haven't
way
heard
to
anything?
stream, then it is
I
morally
just said
okay
no.
to download it.
So does the White
Yeah.
House plan to give in to the terrorists?
I can understand that.
That's their problem. It has nothing to do
But
with
that
my
is my
orders.
personal philosophy. That
But
is not advice
what about
for
the
anyone.
Pentagon?
Yeah.
It must be said.
What is it?
Oh, he's dying.
Hey, what happened?
My controller is vibrating like a heartbeat, and now it just stopped.
Snake, you can't just kill a black man. Come on.
I mean,
People are gonna say things.
I've played Metal Gear Solid 5.
Dead.
Naomi, the chief.
What happened?
What happened?
I don't know. It looked like a heart attack, but
A heart attack?
No.
No,
Colonel, are you hiding something from me?
absolutely not. Snake, you've got to understand. This op is security
Man,
level red.
I have
You
the
need the highest security
PlayStation
clearance to get
guide
access to the
for
complete file.
this,
You
which
want
has
me to
all the
believe
fake
you're
names
in
that all
charge
the
of this
actors
op,
use.
but you don't have
But it's
complete
like
access to
over
the
in another
file.
room
I
because
told
I have
you,
it signed and I'm gonna have it
Secretary of
framed.
Defense is in operational control. I'm just here.
I mean,
as
you
a
were there
support.
when it got signed.
Yeah,
Snake,
yeah.
we don't have time to debate.
I've
Get
had
out
to
of there and
research
find
David.
President Baker.
Yes. With David.
Mr. Hater.
So what's going on out there?
Look at those pics.
I do appreciate the weird special pixelization that PlayStation games have.
Yeah, yeah. Well, like there's a big it's a very weird beauty aesthetic.
Yeah.
The low poly kind of, especially games like this that tried to mimic higher end graphics but still managed to have sort of a style of their own.
Yeah. Also maggots.
That's like the one good thing about Mega Man Legends is that it still actually kind of looks good for a PlayStation. Plays awful. But it's actually one of the few games that kind of aged well.
Should I go out there? I feel like I'm going to be attacked.
You're gonna have to go out there eventually.
My radar says that there's someone on the other side of this wall. Maybe if I just shoot the wall.
Maybe it.
Well, let's do it. Snake, you know that there's someone to your right. You saw it on your radar.
don't move.
Oh fuck!
That's a FAMAS.
Don't you move.
So you killed the chief.
You bastard.
Bastard.
I will say the acting in this is like 10
Liquid?
times better than the acting in the original Resident Evil.
I'm not. Don't
I
move.
wouldn't call that a high bar, but yes.
I mean, they're games that came out around the same
This is the
time.
first time you ever pointed a
It
gun
helps
at a
that they
person.
got
Your hands
actors.
are shaking.
Yeah.
Acting.
Like Cam Clark, who plays Liquid Snake.
I'm no rookie.
Liar. That nervous glance. That scared
Who
look
plays
in your eyes.
Ocelot?
They're rookies.
Oh, fuck, I don't know.
You've never shot
He's
a
not
person.
super well
You
known.
talk too much.
This
You
up.
haven't even
Yeah.
taken the safety off, rookie.
I told you I'm no rookie.
You're not
But like
one of
Ocelot's
them.
had like the most voice actors of any character in this game.
Yeah,
Open
he
that
had,
door. You've got a card,
Like
don't
he had a
you?
different one in
Why?
two, didn't he?
So we
He had
can
the
get
same
hell
one,
out
but
of
he
here.
also had Cam Clark because he was being possessed by the arm of Liquid Snake.
What are you doing?
Okay.
Don't think.
And then
Shoot.
there was a Josh.
Yeah, Josh Keaton in 3, and then Troy Baker in 5.
Patrick
What are you
Zimmerman.
waiting for? Shoot.
Yeah,
Don't talk to me like a rookie.
which Patrick Zimmerman is the
I'm
longest
telling you,
running
Shoot.
because he was in 1, 2, and 4. Cool. I got bullets and rations. There we go. Hey, you're gonna die.
That's right. I'm talking to you, Wall.
Yeah, the wall kinda. Oh shit!
Oh, fuck.
Hey, I landed on the ration. Cool. Oh shit. Shoot him. How am I going to keep track of her?
Thanks for the help.
Wait!
Oh yeah, it's I mentioned it in a...
Ah, there it is. There's the scene.
Speaking of that scene, I mentioned it in a tweet, but, like, the designers of Metal Gear love titties.
You've killed him!
Really?
Like,
I had no idea.
any character who's, like, scantily clad in this game, or in any of the games, there's at least one design of them either topless or completely naked.
Shocking. Weren't the Beauty and Beast unit supposed to be like originally like fully naked?
Yes. And you can see that in that art book for 4 pages. But no, there's multiple pictures of the boss from MGS3, like topless, and Eva. Several characters from MGS2 were topless, including Olga, I think.
Of course.
But no characters from MGS1, I believe. I don't think even Meryl is like topless in it. I'll have to look back at it though.
I mean, technically, there's only like 2 actual like women character models in MGS1, but there's like
Naomi, I just had
5
some kind
women
of hallucination.
Yeah,
Is
there's
it from
Naomi,
nanomachines?
there's Mei Ling, there's Nastasha, there's Sniper Wolf,
So what
and
was
there's
it?
Meryl.
It must have
So
been
that's 5.
psychometric interference coming from Psycho Mantis.
Yeah.
Foxhound Psychic.
So that was Mantis. Alrighty, so... Oh, she give me... Oh wait, there it is. The 1 key. How you doing, Johnny? You okay? Look right into it.
I feel like you're focusing a little too hard.
Meryl's room doesn't have
Staring
maggots.
back at you.
Let's see.
She had to keep her energy up. For that extra.
Oh good, more bullets. Is this the desk with the... No, it isn't. Wait.
What are you looking for?
The Easter Island head.
Oh,
Thought it was this desk, but I think it's another one. Lockers that we can't open.
so does do all of the games have like a findable collection?
Like,
thing?
the Easter Island heads is interesting because it's not really a Metal Gear thing. It's more a Konami thing. Because they made Grandius, which one of the enemies in that is an Easter Island head. So it's more of a odd reference to that.
I know in 3 they had Frog, which were Yoshis.
So the Yoshis are in Twin Snakes. And there's only one Yoshi.
Okay.
Unless they put Yoshis in the 3DS version.
Yeah, the 3DS version.
Yeah, so I only played a little bit of the 3DS version. I have it, but I've only played like maybe the first section of it.
Oh really? That's
Yeah.
how I beat the game. Like the performance is awful in it, but I like the fact that you can crouch walk.
Yeah, crouch walking is probably one of the best improvements of the game. And I wish they had put it in the HD collection, but they did not.
Same way.
Oh, shit, I didn't get the thermal goggles. Fuck. Okay. Five. What's this? Do it there. So, do you remember what to do at this part?
No, I remember nothing about Metal Gear.
Oh, good. That means I can teach you all.
I remember Psycho Mantis mentioned Metal Gear, not Metal Gear, Super Mario Galaxy, Super Mario Sunshine, excuse me.
So in the original, they do not reference those games, obviously, because it's a
Obviously.
PlayStation. So they'll mention. He'll mention.
They mentioned
Cas-
like Konami games, don't they?
Yeah, they mention Castlevania Symphony of the Night, if you have a save for that.
Mm-hmm.
They'll mention Suikoden, I believe, and something else, but I can't remember what.
Hopefully it's Ridge Racer.
It is not Ridge Racer, unfortunately.
Oh.
Alrighty. I do appreciate how you blow this up, because usually in games when you have C4 you just hold your hand up and like press a button, but not in this game. Punch! Punch!
Oh my god. Love it. And the only other thing I remember about my playthrough is that I had rented it, and I had to return it before I finished the game. I was right at the Vulcan Raven part, and I was out of all ammunition except for mine still, so it was taking a long time.
Yeah. Alright, there's a third room that you can blow up, but it's not really worth it, I don't think. Where we need to go is right here.
We're about to the Revolver.
We're about to fight Revolver Ocelot. Oh shit.
God is the best god in the world.
Switch over
Oh
to...
man, it didn't even leave a hole. See, they should make the walls out of what they made the floor out of. Why can't the entire plane be black box material?
He always... I don't know what's going on here. So you can go all the way to the end here. I think you can blow up one of these walls. Or... Man, it's hard to like differentiate what's part of this game and what's part of Twin Snakes. Because I think in Twin Snakes there's another room you can enter by blowing up another wall, which has... Boop. So if we look in here... Oh wait, no, it's in here. You go down here, there's a blow-upable wall here, but there's also one right here. Which will blow them both up. I ran out of C4. We're only blowing one up.
Be like an infinite amount.
But if we look in here...
Oh shit. Oh fuck.
There's
That
like...
dude's wrapped up.
I think you can... Darn. I think like there's a chance if you look in there before you enter, like you can see Ocelot like run along the back.
Maybe look from the other end, from the other side.
And again, it might not even be this game, it might be Twin Snakes.
That's possible.
Alright, let's start a cutscene. With a Revolver Ocelot.
Revolver. Brother!
Not yet. He's not his brother yet. He's only becomes his brother when he gets Liquid's arm.
He's alive. You're the Arms Tech president, Kenneth Baker, right?
Bert Stewart.
Don't worry.
I will bet you anything that's not his real name.
Don't touch it! It was just Kenneth Baker, and they were just like, you know what? That name works. We're just gonna name that your character. Like the most normal name in a Kojima game.
The most normal name in a Kojima game is probably...
Touch that wire, and the C4 will blow up along with the old man. So you're the one that the boss keeps talking about.
And you.
Special
Man.
Operations Foxhound.
Probably Donald Anderson,
Revolver Ocelot.
which is the guy that just died.
That reminds me, I need to do that.
I've been waiting for you,
Kojima
Solid
name
Snake.
generator.
Go.
Gilbertman.
I'd say just do it now.
See if the man can live up to the legend.
Yeah, might as well.
This is the greatest
Ever
army
made.
ever made. The Colt
Galaxian
Single Action
Army.
Army. 6 bullets, more than enough to kill anything that moves. Now I'll show you why they call me Revolver.
Revolver Shalashashka Ocelot.
Draw!
Sure, I'll draw. I just shot the fucking dude.
Hiding won't help you.
Good job.
I understand the bullets you
You're just like your mom.
I make them go where I want.
So this fight is much easier in Twin Snakes.
And love the reload.
because you can just stand in one spot and just shoot at him.
Slam a long silver bullet into a well-mixed chamber. All right. Alive. Let's go.
So annoying.
You better hurry up. The old man's not gonna last.
Okay, what?
I have to go get my dice.
Your dice?
We'll do this as like a
Don't
video.
you want to
My
settle
dice.
this?
Dice, okay. Oh, yeah, that name generator, okay.
Yeah, we should do this as a.
Yeah.
I love the smell of corda. You know, that sulfury smell. But to you,
There you go.
fighting won't help you. Fighting won't wait on you.
This fight is so annoying. I really hate it. I'm also out of bullets.
Fighting won't help you.
So, what would you say is the least fun?
Least fun Metal Gear? Or, sorry, you kind of cut out there.
What would you say is the least fun Metal Gear game?
Well, obviously it's going to be Portable Ops, because Portable Ops is just not a fun game in general. But of the mainline games, probably 2, because 2 is bogged down with a lot of cutscene garbage.
That would actually be my pick as well. Like, it wasn't bad, but I was really glad that it
Yeah, it's not particularly. It's not a particularly fun game. Like, it's interesting for like how weird the story is, but it's like there's nothing about it that like really makes it stand out as like a fantastic game. 3, when I played it, was probably the funnest. I'm actually kind of partial to 5 nowadays, even though a lot of people are starting to change their opinion on it.
Wait a minute.
I think 5 is funner in like the melee aspect.
Yeah.
Mechanically. I think 3 is probably like the most feels like the most complete Metal Gear.
Yeah, I think if you were to I'm gonna die here. If you were to have MGS3 with MGS5's engine, I think that'd probably be the funnest game.
Yeah, that would be fan.
Start all the way out here, have to go through that whole shitty ass cutscene again, and
Yeah.
it's blown up yet. God, I'm used to like a lot of the mechanics from like later games, so I'm like, okay, let's roll. Wait. Can't roll yet. Snake hasn't learned how to roll. Okay, let's actually do this cutscene properly. Alrighty.
Yeah, I think that was something that kind of hit engagement into.
Yeah.
In fact, I played like 3.
Hiding won't help you. I understand.
So
the
I had
bullshit.
to
I make them go where I want.
you know, I had a different skill set. And I sort of had to retrain myself.
Yeah.
I love to reload during a battle.
Yeah, I could definitely understand that. Like,
All right. Alive. Let's go.
I keep trying to roll. Oh, son of a dumb bitch.
The old man's not gonna last too long. Don't you want to settle this?
Don't you want to settle?
I love the smell of Gorda.
God. Whoa.
But to you, it'll be the smell of your own death.
Oh, he's over there. This is probably one of the least fun fights in the game. Like, I think the least fun fight in all of the Metal Gear games, if it's not this, let's see, Vamson 2 is pretty bad.
I also hate it. I didn't like the one in 2 where you're fighting a bunch of different
rays. Oh, yeah, yeah. The Ray one is interesting, but it gets more tedious as time goes on. Bullets. Just like this, it gets more tedious as it goes on. I can stop from here. Starting to annoy me.
Then there's the Sorrow.
Sorrow one I actually think is really well done.
I think it's a very interesting mechanic in it, because the better you are in the game, the more boring that boss is.
Also, there's a way to immediately skip it.
Yeah. Stop laughing, you bitch. There we go. Fuck off. Got him.
You're pretty good.
You're pretty good.
Hey, you're pretty good.
Can you talk?
Whoops. Oh man, I missed the best part.
I'm not one of them.
I got mad, so I was just like mashing X.
What about yours?
I missed the part where he fell on the ground and somehow that saved him from like 18 C4s exploding above him.
Question. What about your code? There's no time.
Now that people aren't going to have the full story.
What?
The highly cerebral
Now the terrorists
story.
have both codes and can launch any time.
It's not like I didn't fight. I managed to resist Psycho Mantis's mind probe.
He couldn't.
Why don't you use the arms of that
How'd
code?
you do it?
Surgical implants in my brain.
It looks so
Surgical
cool.
implants.
Kind of like a psychic insulation. Everyone who knows these top secret codes has it.
Even the DARPA chief?
Of course.
But the DARPA chief said Mantis got his code by reading his mind.
Are you sure you heard him right?
Yeah, I'm sure. In that case, how did they get your code?
I never had any training on how to resist torture.
Oh god, I'm gonna have to do
Looks
the
like he had some
button
fun
tapping
with
thing
you,
later.
Oh, he's not human. I tell you, he loved every second of it.
What
I'm
happened
just
to
a
your arm?
man.
He broke it.
Looks like you're more than even now.
Man, I missed that joke because it cut out.
You're a funny
The 7 what?
7 brides for 7
Chief, is
brothers.
he okay?
I've never heard of that. What is?
It's a pretty good musical. My sister loved it when we were younger, so she watched it all the time, and I was just like, oh god.
Calm down. What's wrong
Stop
with
it.
you? I just told you I was here to save
It's
you.
about this guy who like He's a
didn't
mountain
kill
man.
the
He lives out in
DARPA
the,
chief.
you know, in like the,
He had a heart attack or
the woods in
something.
isolation.
Heart attack?
And he
Oh, don't be a fool.
falls in love with this woman.
Anyway, the terrorists
and
have
he's got
both
like
codes now.
6 other brothers.
Those boys are totally insane.
And he ends up kidnapping
They
like
wouldn't
6 women.
hesitate to launch.
Okay, yeah, that sounds about
But
right.
what do they really
And then they
want?
get trapped for the winter, and then they all fall in
Maybe they're
love.
like us in the
Of
army.
course.
Okay.
Always looking forward to the next good war.
Well, I'm not gonna let these maniacs start a war today. You still have the
I
car
would have
keys
said Beetlejuice musical.
to override the detonation code.
Oh.
I heard you had them.
Of course, there's.
Not anymore.
What?
Apparently, it's like
No. That woman,
fucking awful. Like the worst musical.
a soldier that was thrown in prison along with...
Like it's like the cursed child of the Beetlejuice canon.
She said she had just joined up as a new recruit.
So, I mean,
They threw her in prison because
looking
she
back,
refused to take
Beetlejuice is
part
kind
in
of the thing that only really worked in the time it was. Like, I remember having a lot of fun with it, but I'm also, you know, I'm a child of
I
nostalgia.
gave her the key. Looks
It's
like
a
she
very
managed to
weird
break
movie
out of
if
here,
you
though.
watch it
I
now.
hope she's
Yeah,
okay.
it's still a good movie.
She is.
No, it's not
She's
bad,
green,
yeah. It's
but as
just
tough as
very
they
of
come.
its time.
But how did you know she
But they
escaped?
retcon like the lady, the desk lady in the afterlife. They retcon her into
Yes,
Beetlejuice's
she
mother.
stole it from the guard. If she still has it, you should be able to contact her.
And like, yeah, there's like this whole song about it and everything. And
Oh, yeah.
yeah, apparently the second act is real fucking awful.
Oh,
So,
sorry. I forgot.
I've only been to, like, one theatrical musical that wasn't, like,
Oh,
known.
that's right.
Yeah.
It
That
should
was
be
with
on
my
the back of
mom.
the CD
It
case.
was
Try to
Ghost.
contact her.
I'll
Nice.
contact her right
And
away.
I remember
but tell
nothing
me,
from
if this
it,
doesn't
so it
work,
must
is there
have
some
been
other
very
way to prevent the missile launch?
Oh, by the way, we have to find Meryl's
You need to
Kodak.
find Hal Emmerich, one of my
Cool.
employees.
All he's told us is that's on the back
Leader
of the
Metal
CD
Gear
case.
Rex project. A genius at engineering.
Well,
but a little bit of an oddball.
I guess we'll
If
just
there's
have to
anyone who
go
can
out
figure
and
how to
buy a
stop
version of
from
Metal Gear
launching,
Solid.
it's him.
I wonder if it's on the Japanese one.
You'll have to destroy it. Emmerich knows how to destroy Metal Gear.
Yes, it is on the Japanese one.
Well, he's probably being held somewhere in the nuclear
Pull out
warhead
your
storage
conversion
building.
chart because they're
It's
metric
north
over
from
there.
here.
Oh,
That's
shit.
where he worked.
I understand.
Apparently this is NTSC though.
Nuclear age ended
It's not
at the turn
PAL.
of the millennium.
Okay.
Oh, you're wrong. The threat of nuclear war isn't gone. In fact, it's greater than it's ever been.
So we have copy of Metal Gear Disc 1 and Disc 2, and of course,
Spent nuclear
the
fuel and plutonium is
demo to
increasing even
Suikoden.
today.
Hey.
Listen, have you ever seen a warehouse full of nuclear material?
No.
Was the game that
Drums of nuclear waste stacked
Metal Gear
this
Solid
high,
2 was
as far
a
as you
demo
can
of?
see, because there's still no real
what?
way to dispose of the stuff.
Or
It
that
was
Metal
like-
Gear Solid 2 had a demo
Try to
on.
pretend like it'll go
Yeah.
away.
Zone of the Enders,
That's
They're not
it,
even
Zone of
doing
the
a good job of storing it. Many of the drums are corroded.
which is
with
another
nuclear
Kojima
waste
produced
seeping
Konami
out
game.
of them.
Unbelievable.
Not only that, but several
Yeah, they just did
pounds
like
of
a
muff are
VR
reported
version of
every
it
year.
for PlayStation, didn't they?
It stands for
And
material
PC, I actually have it.
for.
Oh, nice.
It proves that there's
How
a
is it?
large and
I have not played it.
well-organized black market in nuclear materials.
I have a lot of
Since the end
games.
the Cold War, Russian nuclear engineers in particular
Have you
are
finished
out
Alex?
of work with no way to turn.
No, I just got to the point where
In
she
other
broke
words,
out her
there's
dad.
plenty of available
Okay,
nuclear
you're not
material and
too
scientists
far.
for making a bomb.
Okay.
We live in an age
Did
when
you finish
any
it?
small country
Yes, I
can have a
finished it.
nuclear weapons
Okay.
program.
What about the other superpowers?
Russia and China still maintain a significant nuclear.
By the way,
presence.
this cutscene
Complete
is
nuclear
like,
disarmament is
if
an
you
impossibility.
care about the story, it's very
To
interesting.
maintain our own
It's
policy of
boring to
deterrence,
me. Like,
we need
it's
a
a lot of
method
stock
of
footage of
overwhelming
missiles
power.
launching.
It's like half the disc.
You're not far off. I think there's like 2 more boss fights, and then I have to switch to disc 2.
Yes. You know, our industry suffered quite a blow as a result of the cuts in military budgets due to this so-called peace.
I remember
So-called
hearing a lot about
peace.
mergers and takeovers among the big weapons makers.
Yes.
I remember
And after my
one
company
game
lost their
that was
bid to
on the
produce the Air
original
Force's
PlayStation
next
that was
line
like-
of fighter
it was like a
jet,
4-disc
the
game.
Metal Gear system was
And
our
like
last
disc
ace in the
2
hole.
was just
That's
like
why we
an hour
pushed
and
to
a
have
half
Metal
cutscene.
Gear developed as a black project.
And
Are
then
you-
disc
Black
3 was
Project.
like another 40
Secret
minutes of the end
projects
of
paid
that
for by the
cutscene.
Pentagon
Are you sure you're not
black
thinking of
budget.
Final
You can
Fantasy?
avoid a lot of red tape
No,
and get a
it
great lead
was
time on your
like that. It
weapons
was an
production.
RPG, but it was
No
not
one can bother
it
you.
was not Final
Not
Fantasy.
even those bleeding heart
remember
liberals
what it was.
on the Military Oversight Committee.
Cutscene's still happening, by the way. Like,
I prefer to
That's
think
one
that
thing I'll
it's
say
good
is like
business.
fucking.
Anyway, Metal Gear was going to be
Yes,
adopted
Kojima
after the
does
results
get a
of
bit
this
crazy with
exercise were
cutscenes.
analyzed.
I don't
Like,
give a crap about you.
I used to be like a
Yes,
big
that's
defender
what I
of his,
expect
but
from a grunt
nowadays
like
not
you.
really.
Here,
Kojima
what
is
you came
he
for,
is
right?
definitely what I would
What's that?
describe as an
an
auteur.
optical disc.
That being said,
It's
I
all
never
there.
really bought into the
The main
whole
hard drive was
he's
destroyed
the
by
greatest,
gunfire.
you know, game designer
the
ever,
only
because he's
remaining
very
copy
much
of the
just
data.
he's just kind of a
What kind
guy
of
doing
data?
what he wants
All
to
the
do.
data
He's a horny
collected
old
in this
Japanese man.
exercise.
Exactly.
Don't be dumb.
I remember when
know
I
you
first started
resented
the
this. I hid it from that
the 3DS
sadistic
version of
maniac
Metal
while he
Gear
was
Solid 3,
torturing me. They don't
and the
know this
cutscene
disc
started,
exists.
and
Make
I
sure you report
realized
this
what I
to
was in
Jim.
for, and I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Your
I could
boss.
just like put
give
this
you my
down and
card,
make an
too.
entire pizza.
It'll open up all security
Come
level
back.
2 doors.
Oh hey, I got the level 2 security.
No. No, you go
So
on
by
without me.
discount.
They got
Or
my
disc.
password. They don't want
Okay,
anything else.
I'll list off these games and you can tell me if it's any of these.
Who or what?
So a 5-disc game, Riven.
It looked like you knew something.
Okay.
Then there's 4-disc games, Fear Effect and Fear Effect 2.
Dark little secret.
Legend of Dragoon.
Genome soldier.
No. It might be Riven. I never actually played the game. I've only heard of it.
know him?
Then there's Wing Commander 3 and 4.
You should ask Dr.
And then the X-Files game.
No.
She
I
knows
think
better
it
than I.
would probably be Riven.
Okay.
Naomi.
Then there's 3-disc games, which there's G, Final Fantasy 7, Fox Hunt, Juggernaut,
Finished.
Galarians, Lunar
Does Metal
2.
Gear use currently existing technology?
Technically Metal Gear Solid Integral, which is the updated version of Metal Gear Solid 1.
What did you do to me?
And then yeah, just a bunch of 2-disc games.
Oh,
So yeah, it's probably Riven.
me. Those Pentagon bastards. So, they actually went and did it.
What are you talking about?
They're just using you.
Oh hey, he's dying. And this is the last we see him until Metal Gear Solid Ground Zeroes, the Deja Vu mission, hard mode.
Hey, hey. I need to play the rest of those. I've played like the main mission and a couple of the side ops, but
Colonel, are you
The side missions
Now
are the
he's dead
funnest.
too.
Like the ones that were specially like
lie to
made
me.
as
It looked like another heart
as
attack,
a
but
console exclusives, but were later put on
well,
both
there are lots
consoles.
of drugs that can cause a
It'd
heart
be the
attack in large
Jamais
doses.
Vu
For
and the
example,
Deja Vu.
potassium chloride or dioxide.
One of them you play as
We won't be able
Raiden,
to tell without doing an autopsy.
and you're killing
I
body
want you and
snatchers.
Meryl to work together.
Can I trust
And the other
her?
one is you're playing as
you can
Snake
trust
and you're
me.
having to recreate stuff from the
Get in
original
contact with her.
MGS.
Snake, there's a lot of
I do
electrical
remember
interference
that. I
coming from
haven't
there.
played it, though.
It should be okay if you do burst transmission like us, but normal transmission is probably impossible. Try moving away from that area.
Snake, get a hold of yourself.
Naomi. What the
So
hell is
yeah,
that ninja thing?
back on Kojima for a minute.
Foxhound?
No.
Kojima has a real problem
Yes,
with
we have
respect.
no one like that in our unit.
And that's the biggest problem I have with him.
Snake, I'm counting on you.
Like, he seems to hold liking a person and respecting a person in the same kind of ideal.
yeah.
And because of that, if he doesn't like you, then he doesn't respect you. And I think that's a fucked up thing to do. Because, like, he's shown... And I think it's... I'm not going to sit here and say that, like, he's deserved some of the treatment he's gotten, because, like, the way that Konami treated him, especially, was super fucking shitty.
Yeah.
But he did kind of bring some of that onto himself.
It's definitely not a saints and sinners kind of situation.
Yeah.
He did a lot to exacerbate the situation. Like I remember when it was first being talked about, all the stuff that was like them firing him and stuff like that. And I'm back here thinking, I can understand if Konami is just doing this because Kojima loves money. He loves to spend money, and we know in the past he's been told not to go crazy with it, and he's done it anyway.
Yeah.
So if it had been just that, I would honestly have been on the side of Konami. But the problem is then all the reports started coming out of exactly how they treated him, how they treat all of their employees, and you're like, yeah, this doesn't really justify any of the stuff that was going through.
Yeah.
He still didn't, he still very much, started biting the hand that feeds, but they were also acting like dicks about it too.
And of course, this is partially going off of the whole thing with that PT video that I sent you a while back.
Yeah.
And that, of course, a lot of that is theoretical, but it does have some back up to some of his statements.
Yeah.
So if you were to believe that video, which I generally do, he brings up some good points, then what ended up happening was the whole reason he kind of fell out with Konami is because he basically disrespected the head of the mobile department.
Yeah.
And because he didn't like mobile games and he thought they were trash, he then treated the head of that department like that.
Yeah. Not making real games.
Yeah, and then of course, obviously I'm a big fan of David Hayter.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought the way that he treated David when it came to casting for his games was fucking horrible.
That was just the most tone-deaf thing in the world, because I mean, obviously when we interviewed David, we kind of learned that it's not really the buddy-buddy relationship that the internet always personifies him and Kojima as having.
Yeah.
But the thing is that the internet did always personify it like that, and it seems pretty obvious that Kojima either wasn't aware of that or didn't care.
Yeah.
He just wanted to work with more famous people. That was all. I need to go back and listen to our interview again, actually.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've listened to it.
A lot of fun. Yeah, a lot of the sentiments in the PT video were mirrored in a lot of the reporting that Jim Sterling was doing.
Yeah.
Around the time that Konami employees were reaching out to him and letting him go. That's sort of what sold me on the idea of it.
But yeah, there's a way to cast a new person as Snake, but still be respectful to, David.
Yes.
Because David has David wrote one of the films that set off the boom of comic book films in the modern day.
Yeah.
And yet, if you go to a convention, he barely advertises that. He advertises more that he played a video game character.
Because he loved it. He loved being Snake. He just threw himself into it.
And yet, the person, that, gave him that, didn't give a shit. He disrespected him.
Yep. And I think the worst part about it is that if it was necessary, if it had really been reflected in Metal Gear Solid 5 with Kiefer's acting and the character writing, how necessary it was to get somebody who was more seasoned in it, I could understand. It was just because of Kiefer.
Yeah.
He was barely in the game at all anyway.
Yeah, it was.
And then of course Death Stranding came out, which I still need to finish, and I was, this this is what Kojima's doing now.
Yep.
Now apparently the studio's working on this movie, which I think is a really bad idea. Personally.
Yeah.
I'm there's no way he's not just going to not.
Yeah. There's been rumors going around that Konami is possibly tired of having some of their licenses, so they might be looking for people to buy them. Which, if that's the case, despite all that I said about Kojima, I would still like for him to get back his series.
Oh yeah, definitely. Nobody could do Metal Gear but him.
Yeah.
There's no argument there. It needs him, and he is a good creator.
Yeah.
There's no shit to be tossed about the quality of what he makes. It's the whole cult that sort of swarms around him that's very upsetting. There was that rumor a couple of weeks ago that supposedly there's a new Silent Hill reboot being worked on.
Yeah, I'd heard that one.
I guess we'll see. But that would be a big change from what they've been moving towards. But these are wild times, so...
Fuck it, I'm just gonna die again, and...
I wonder how the, okay. Now...
How the what?
I wonder how the manga industry is doing right now with everything going on.
A lot of the manga people work from home anyways, so they're probably alright.
Yeah, I hope they're just being taken care of. That industry loves to churn people, spit them back out.
Yeah. Anime industry's not doing fantastic.
Yeah, but I mean, it's been on the decline for like better part of a decade, really.
Well, I mean specifically, like, there's a list of about 20 to 30 shows that have all been delayed due to the COVID thing.
Yeah.
I can pull it up here in a little bit, but yeah, it's
a lot of shows here are getting the same sort of things happening. Some of them are trying to turn them into events. Like, what was it? Duncanville did like a live table reading. Watch. That's do that.
Yeah.
What was that noise?
Found the cardboard box. Okay. Cool. Didn't get caught this time. Well, I've been caught once so far. What's this box doing here?
Huh? Man in this box. Excuse me, sir. Who ordered you?
I'm UPS, cash on delivery.
I'm here to get the furniture.
I am the furniture.
Some assembly required. Oh, fuck. You like clothesline.
Surprise, you're dead.
My favorite boxes have been nationalized once again. Ass handed to it.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna save here and stop for today.
This has been cool. We should make this a regular thing. We need to go through all the Metal Gear games.
Yeah, that's my plan currently, but you know. Let's see what Mei Ling has to say.
Try not dying. Okay, bye.
What's up, Snake?
She'll usually give some kind of Chinese proverb.
He who does not get shot does.
Say again.
He who does not get shot does not get shot.
Ah.
Snake, remember what the girl said. The graveyards are full of indispensable men. Snake, you're all alone and
French
surrounded by
proverb.
bad guys.
Yeah.
Try to be careful and avoid.
Not always Chinese
fight whenever
proverbs,
you
but
can.
You're right. Wow, you know all sorts of great quotes, don't you?
Well,
he
both
likes.
my parents are from Guangdong, China, but I was born
She
and raised in America. I've always
Kojima
liked
likes to have a
literature from
character
both
that has
sides.
like
Kinda
one
keeps me in
trait,
touch. I'll share some
and then
quotes
they
with
just
you if you
repeat that
like.
trait every time you contact them.
Yeah.
In this game, it's Mei Ling, in Proverbs. In MGS3, it's if you call paramedic, she talks to you about movies.
Yeah.
In MGS2, if you call her Rosemary, it's about how much she fucking is a psycho. Yeah. So,
Always fucking on riding about shit.
whoops.
Come on.
God. So yeah, the MGS has circle and X reversed because that's how it is in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like, the regular menus have it as American. So I'm constantly getting confused when I have to go from one menu to another.
Yeah, you've been retrained just in time to need to reverse back to the primary training. Look at that menu.
Of course, I have my MGS3 background.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a lot of games on here. Let's see. Just some other games we could play at some point. Have you ever played Life is Strange?
I have not yet.
It's a very good game.
That's what I've heard.
Let's see. Flower's a very good game, but it's not a very interesting game to watch.
Yeah. I've played the best game to come out of that company.
We need to play more Deadly Premonition at some point.
We do. We need to finish it.
I have the Okami HD collection.
Of course.
Sports Friends was very fun. That was the one with like the
That's
tag
right. Yeah,
game.
we played that. Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Dragon's Crown. I haven't.
Cool.
I've played a little bit of.
Is that does that have crossplay with the Vita version? Because I have the Vita.
I don't
can
know.
join in for that if it's possible. We'll have to try.
Tokyo Jungle, which is like Grand Theft.
Hey, that's the one where you get to play the little animals.
Yep.
Ah.
Turn out for Scary HD.
Of course.
Skullgirls.
Skullgirl.
One of my favorite Telltale games.
The Wolf Among Us. Oh, dude, we're never getting the Wolf Among Us 2.
We are not.
I'm still mad about it.
Of course, my only PS2 game on here is Psychonauts.
Second.
And then all of my Spyros, which I've 100%ed twice.
Oh my god. And Crash Bandicoot Warped.
Alrighty, thanks for joining me for the stream. Maybe we'll do it some other time this week.
Bro. It's a lot of fun.
Bye-bye.
See you next time.